Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Jess with Love to Plan with Jess. Today we have two monthlies for August, and one of them is for my catch-all, one of them is for my journal. And I like to do both of these monthlies in the same video because I decorate them very differently. I decorate my catch-all for a certain purpose and my journal for a different purpose. And I like to show sort of the difference in here and just to give you ideas of different ways that you can use the monthly in your planner. So for my catch-all, I have Live Love Posh Bright Blooms. There are some really pretty sunflower stickers in here that we are going to use. And then for my journal, I'm going to use Posh Academy. I actually just got this sticker book in the mail. I really wanted to pick it up for back to school because I thought that it would be really fun to use some of these like school themed stickers in the month of August. So let's get started. I feel like the one that is going to take a little bit longer will be the journal because we aren't using any florals in that one. That one is just all decorative stickers. So we're going to start with that one. And I don't know if you could tell, but this is a 2024 and this is a 2025 planner. So we are definitely going to be redating this monthly. We'll probably decoratively date this one too, but we're going to for sure have to redate this one. The sticker set that I chose from Posh Academy is this one that has like the oranges and the purples, and I think that it's really pretty. I also chose this one because I feel like there are a lot of smaller decorative stickers that we can fit into the spaces that isn't going to take up too much of my functional space. But there are no florals in here, zero florals in this set, and except for these, but I don't consider them like floral stickers. And if you've been around my channel for a bit, you probably know that I tend to use a lot of florals and, kind of use them as corner pieces or to fill in spaces. So we'll see how this goes without having any florals to use. Now I'm debating, do we want to redate this first? I do have some stickers from Planner Kate. These are like days of the week and dates. I also have Mojo Jojo rainbow dated. And I don't know. I think we're going to go with the Planner Kate ones. We're going to use the Planner Kate in the other spread too. But let's see which of these purples we like better. I kind of think that I'm going to go with this lighter purple. I really could go with like any three of these, right? I mean, I feel like any of them would work, but I think we're going to stick with this lighter purple for the days of the week and the dates. So let's do that first. I'm going to just go ahead and redate this. So we're going to put the days of the week up here. I'm going to keep this a Sunday start. I do like my monthlies to be Sunday start. So we are going to keep that. And the first in 2025 is on Friday, right? Yes, I'm looking at the other calendar that I have that is a 2025 calendar, and it does start on Friday. So we'll take like a little white pen and cover up that one, and then I'll go in with the date stickers for the rest. So we're just going to cover that up, and I'm going to grab my tweezers and I will put these in here. So I'm going to get all of these dates in, and then I will be back and we will decorate. I've added in all the dates. Now this says 2024, and I could either just cover that up and not have the year, but in the back we do have these fun like letter and number stickers, and I was thinking we relabel this August 2025 using these fun like varsity style stickers. So I'm going to white this out because they are clear stickers, I'm almost positive. So we're going to want to white this out so that you don't see these numbers underneath, and then we will relabel this using those fun stickers. While I have my white pen out, I'm just going to cover up notes as well, because if we put a sticker over that, it's going to be clear, so that would show through. So let's go back to these stickers, and they are all like different colors. I'm debating if we want to try and keep like August all in the same color. I think we will probably be able to do that. The only thing is the numbers I'm not going to. I'm going to have to mix up the colors with the numbers. So let's just put 2025 down first. And that way I'll see like what color options I have. Okay, so we're going to put, let's do the 0. And then the 2 kind of in the middle. And then I'll take the 5 and the other 2. Okay, that is cute. So I feel like since we have different colors over here, it would probably look better to have the different colors on this side too for the August. So I'm going to pull them all off. Let's get them on a ruler just because it'll be easier for me spacing wise. So I have this ruler, we're going to line them up, and I think that we'll sort of stick with that same color pattern over here. So we'll do like pink, blue, yellow, and purple. I have August on my ruler, so we can just kind of center this here and press it down and pull it back. And there we go. And now we have August 2025. I think that that looks really cute. We have a whole bunch of blank space up here at the top. We don't have any down at the bottom. I was sort of thinking about lettering in here like back to school or something, but since we have these letters, since we use them for the August and 2025, I don't think we will do that. It might be kind of fun to either put back to school like down here. I think the first day of school is the 21st. Or maybe in the sidebar, we could kind of like tilt them and put back to school in the sidebar. I think we will do that, but let's get some of the decorative stickers on the page first. I really wanted to try and get in some of these girls. So these 2 that are together, I'm gonna pull them off the page and see if we can sneak them in the sidebar. They might be a little bit too wide, but let's try it. Now, I think that I don't think that I mentioned yet the way that I use this. So this is for my journal, and each day I will come in here and write one thing that happened for the day, like one positive thing or just something that stood out for the day. So I'm going to be writing in each space. Yeah, so if we put this here, we are going to need to split this between the 24th and the 31st. So I'm already going to have a lot less room to write, especially on the 24th. But I also kind of want to put them here. There isn't going to be any other place that we could put them unless we kind of have them floating up here. I mean, that's an option. I don't think I like it though. I think we're gonna put them down here at the bottom, and we're gonna just move this 24. I'm gonna pull it up for a second, and let's cut the clear part off the bottom of this sticker. And I'm gonna lay this down right here. We're gonna lose like a tiny bit of her arm and her skirt there. So I'm just gonna trim this here. And for this 24, I could just put it back here. And I think I'm gonna do that. There is another girl in here. Actually, there's 2 more. There's this one and this one. And she's like super tall. She's gonna take up like 3 days here. How about we use this girl? And I'm going to take her out because she is like width-wise, she's thin and will not take up the entire space. So let's put her, actually, if we put her over here, then we're not going to even interfere with the date that's up at the top. So let's do that. And I could even take a skinny box, put it on the 7th, and that's where I will write my like positive thing for the day. We can rest her on it, and then this space isn't a day that I'm going to write in. So I think we'll do that. I did not grab boxes, so let me take a second and go find some boxes that we can use with this set. We're going to use Mojo Jojo boxes. These are the functional box series. This is series 1 and series 2. These recently restocked with Mojo Jojo plans, and the last time I checked, they were all still available. The box set is sold out, but these are all still available to purchase individually. And I am now an affiliate for Mojo Jojo plan, so I'll have a link in the description, and you can use code LOVE10 to save if you want to pick these up. I will also have my affiliate link in the description for Live Love Posh, and my code over there is also LOVE10. Let's take a light purple, and I said we were putting this on the 7th, right? So let's put this down here at the very bottom. And then we can rest her right on top, and now I have that space to write on the 7th, and then this space over here is just decorative. I think that that looks really cute. So should we try and put back to school down the sidebar? I think that that would be really fun. So I'm going to take a second and pull off all the letters for back to school. I don't think I'm going to do them in any kind of pattern. We'll just do them randomly. But I'm going to take a second and get them all out of the book, and then we will put them in the sidebar. I have all of the letters pulled out, so I guess I'm just going to kind of start putting them in, and hopefully I'm going to have enough space. I'm going to kind of like put them kind of close together because I want to make sure that I have enough room to spell out the whole thing. Let's do like the C here. I could do 2 like across, kind of like this. Oh, and I didn't pull enough O's, so let me go back and get a couple more O's. I really like that. I think that it turned out really cute. All right, for this section here, let's just fill it in with some of the decorative stickers. So we have a lot of these book stacks that I think would be great in that space. I wonder if this would fit. It might be a little bit too tall. I'm gonna try it and see. If not, then I think we can maybe find a space for it like somewhere in the spread, but let's see if this will work. I think we can make it work, especially since these stickers are clear. And if I just kind of trim along the bottom, I think that we can definitely make that work. So let's just white out these lines up here. So this is all just going to be kind of one continuous decorative space. And put this right here. Yeah, that like hardly even goes up, covering up those letters. So I think that that looks good. And then we have a room over here for something else. I think I want this little like pen pouch and these pencils. I'll put this pen pouch there and these pencils, and then I see some glasses that we can use to kind of fill in up here. That looks adorable. This space is empty, and I'm debating getting a quote or something to fill in there. Yeah, I think that I might want to find a quote. Or we can take something like this. How about we take these notebooks? That'll work right here. Now I want to go in with some more boxes to add into the center of the spread. That's kind of a trick that I use so that it adds some color into the spread, but it doesn't take up functional space, or it actually adds functional space for me to write in. So I'm gonna just put this down here because this one says Women's Equality Day, and I'm not sure if that is a like specific date each year or if it's like always on like the last Monday of the month. So that might not be the correct date anyway, so we are covering that up. I think that we can always also pull in some orange. So let's do like one of these on each side in this orange color. And then what about pink? I think that the pink would actually work too. It's a little bit light. And this one's a little bit dark. It's like Goldilocks. We don't have anything just right. Same with the green. It's a little bit bright. I don't know. I feel like I might be able to make that pink work. I think we're going to do the pink, but I'm just going to take one of the series 1 size, and then on the other side of the page, we will do a series 2, like the larger ones. So let's just put this here, and we can use this orange one right here, and then this pink one can go down here. And then let's grab some of these in series 2, and I want for sure one of each color. So let's take one purple, one pink, and one orange. And then we'll kind of, once we get those on the page, we'll see if we want to add in any others. So we need a pink on this side. Let's put this right here. And let's do this orange one down here, and this purple. You have that purple right there. I think I'll put this purple here, and then let's move this pink one over to the 11th. I had a hard time rearranging those boxes, but I think that it looks good the way that I have it now. So we can go back in to our decorative stickers and fill in some more of the spaces. I will definitely add in some kind of resting on top of these boxes. So let's see what we have to work with. I also can for sure use this water bottle because it's like nice and skinny. Same with this little notepad. Because it will fit in that monthly section without taking up the entire box. So let's use both of these on days that don't have boxes. We can put this one right here. I'm just going to trim the clear part off, and we can rest it like right on this line. And this one we can put, actually, let's put this one here, kind of going between the 16th and the 23rd. So I'm just gonna white out the line right here. And now it's taking up all of this space, but we have this box here to write in, and then we still have plenty of room on the 16th to write in. These shoes are really cute. I like this bag. This little like scrunchie and bracelet, and then these highlighters. These are all nice and small that we can kind of sneak into spots up here. Also, it might be fun to put some decorative stickers at the top. I think this bag can go up here. And should we do these highlighters up here? Because these are pretty tiny. I'm going to put these scrunchies and bracelet there. And let's do these shoes. Just have to decide how I want them. Do I want them this way or kind of like that? I think this way. I'm just going to cut the clear part off, and then we will white out this line, and kind of the same idea that we did over here, and we're just going to kind of split those two boxes. So we have that space to write there, and then plenty of room on the third. Now I'm looking for some more real small ones to kind of decorate the top border of the spread. Ow, I just poked myself. It's a hazard working with tweezers. Let's see, we have these pens. We have this. What is this? I can't tell what that is. And I can't read it. I don't know what this is. But it's something small and cute. So we'll put that right there. Let's do these pencils here. These little like bars and pens. Those are like the same color. So let's switch out. These can go over here like that, and then these pens on this side. Here's a little fan. Put that up at the top. So we already have this vase with the flowers, but we don't have this cute little like cat pencil holder. Love that. Let's put it like down here, I think. So we'll just trim the white part, put this here, and I feel like it needs something to go next to it. So wipe this part out here. And let's see if there's something else that we can find to fit in here. We have more scrunchies. I do have them up there, but that's okay. We can use them. Let's see. How about this? I'm not sure what this is. It's like a little pouch of some sort. I don't know if that's for keys or what. What first occurred to me is mace, but I don't think that that's what that is. Put that right there. Okay, adorable. All right, let's see. I feel like we need something else over here. What about this? Because I feel like we can split the boxes this way and put it here and then still have space on either side. So that would work. To put this right here. And I'm not going to even white that line out. I am kind of placing it so that the edge of that pencil case is like right on that line. All right, I think that that looks good. We don't have anything on top of any of these boxes on this side, so I want to put something on there, at least for some of them. Maybe not all of them, but maybe some of them. How about this, like journal with the pencils? I don't think that we have this anywhere on the spread yet. And I'll put that like right there. And then we already have those bars up there, but I think we can add them here too. And we will add them with the scrunchies. All right, what do we think? Are we done with this? I think this is adorable. I think that it turned out really cute. I am really excited about it. And we didn't use a single floral, so that's kind of cool. I'm kind of proud of myself for that. These spaces down here are all pretty empty. Should we try and find something to go there? Or should we just leave well enough alone? We do have these books. They're kind of big, but I feel like we could either cut off like the dictionary and that orange book to make it shorter. And then that's going to give me some, extra space. I think let's do that. Because if I put the entire sticker here, it's going to take up that whole day. But if we cut it, don't be afraid to cut your stickers to make them work for you. cut that part off, and then I'm gonna just cut off, I'm not cutting off any of the books at the top, but I'm cutting off the clear part of the sticker so that it's not going to interfere where I need to write. So there, now we have that stack of books at the bottom, and I still have my space to write. All right, this one's all done. I felt like that took kind of a long time, so hopefully the next spread with the florals won't take too long, because I don't want this to be a super long video. I know I'm going to cut out some of it when I was redating, but this one turned out super cute. I hope that you guys like it. We used Posh Academy from Live Love Posh, and I will have an affiliate link in the description. Use code LOVE10 to save. Now let's decorate with some sunflowers. This is Bright Blooms from Live Love Posh. We're going to use these super pretty sunflowers to decorate. And the first thing I'm going to do is take this really skinny. Oh, this is really skinny. Is that going to be too skinny? I was going to put this here covering up. Oh no, I think that it'll work. We're going to cover up the days of the week up here at the top, and then we'll use some Planner Kate stickers to kind of replace the days of the week. Just don't want this to stick on the page, so let's stick it on my arm for a second, and we're just going to put this right in here. And I don't think that this is going to be long enough to go across the other side of the page. I think I'm going to have to sort of use another bit of it and add on, but that shouldn't be a problem. So we'll put this here, and then let's just grab another strip. There should be two. Yeah, there's two. And I'm just going to cut it like right about here and pull this portion out. And then we'll line this up here. And then I'll use that knife again to trim right here. Now this time I thought that I would use these circle stickers. I feel like I used them, was it in a weekly or was it in a monthly? It might have been in one of my monthlies in July, and these are really fun. They're just kind of different day of the week stickers to use. I like the circle shape, and I like using them across the monthly because if you put like washi along the center of the days of the week, you can still see a good amount of that washi through. So I like to use these in the monthly. So we just label those, and we have the day of the week covers that I'm going to put on. So I'm going to take a second again, and this time we're not redating, so I'm just going to cover up the dates that are there, but I feel like it just adds a lot of color into the center of the spread. So I like to add in these decorative dates. All the dates are in, and the first thing that I like to do after I replace all the dates is to put all of my plans in. So this is the monthly for my catch-all. So this is where I put kind of all the plans for the month. Now I'm filming this, it's still mid-July. So I don't really have like all of my plans that are going to be happening throughout the month finalized or anything, but I want to get in here what I know so far. So let's take Bright Blooms, and we'll go to some of these boxes. Now I want to use some of the decorative ones that will fit in there, and then we also have some of these that we can use. We have paydays to note, and I think I'm going to note those with these bullets. So we have a payday on the 1st, on the 15th, and on the 29th. This is a 3 payday month, which is always fun. So I guess let's do the paydays at the bottom. So I said the 1st, the 15th, and the 29th. On the 2nd, we, I believe, are going to be heading to New York City for a dinner for my father-in-law's birthday. I don't know if that's like 100% confirmed, but we're going to put it in here for now. And I think this should fit. Yeah, this will fit right here. So we'll put that there. Now, if we are going to be, you know, in New York City on the 2nd for that birthday dinner, means we're going to have to travel to New York City probably on the 1st. But I guess once the plans are solidified, then we will put that in. Right now, we don't have plans to travel there yet. I'm going to just cut the white part of that sticker off just because it's going over into like the edge of like covering up that line. Next, my father-in-law's birthday is on the 9th, which is this day. So let's add in another box. And I think, should we do like a plain one since we already have that decorative one right there? I think so. Let's do a green one. Right on the 12th, which is this day, we have our cleaners that they come once a month to do kind of like an overall cleaning. I don't know what you call it, like a deep clean, I guess. And you know, then I clean the rest of the time, but we like to have them come once a month. So I'll put this here. Actually, I think I want it to go this way. Put this here for the cleaners. The 21st is the first day of school. I am not happy about the first day of school. I'm sure my son is not really looking forward to that either. I am excited for him to start middle school and everything, and he is too. But I don't know, there's just something about like the carefree summertime that I am just sad to see go. I know that summer isn't, you know, over here, but I don't know, it just kind of feels like it when we're at back to school. So we have that there. And then my husband's going to be on a work trip from the 24th through the 31st. So like this whole time. Let's grab another one of those washi strips, and I'm debating if we should use the same one or a different one. I think I want to use a different one. Let's take this brown one, I guess. So we will run this all the way. Yeah, I think I'm going to run it all the way here. I'm going to pick up the 31st and we'll just lay it back down like right on top of the washi, kind of like what we did in that other spread. So put this down here. And I think just like I did at the top, I'm going to need to take that second washi strip and use that for the remaining space up here that we have. We're also going to need to move this payday sticker. So I'll lay this down here. And let's add this payday back down. And then I'll put the 31st back down here. And then let's take this other washi strip and cut it. And this was like a terrible cut. I'm gonna try and fix it. Make that a little straighter. And then piece these together, hopefully seamlessly, so that you don't see that seam there, and then cut here. And then we can add a box here, and I guess I don't mind that it's going to go across the 24th and the 31st. So I want it to be like a skinny box. Let's just take this real skinny one that doesn't even have any like decorative anything on it. And again, I'm just going to trim the white part off so that it doesn't go over that day here. All right, and then my son starts soccer at the very end of the month. So let's see. We didn't use any solid colors on this side. So I'm wondering if we take one like this one. This will be for soccer practice. And then we'll do on the 28th, we will do another soccer practice in, how about this color? And then he has a game. Well, I don't know if he has a game actually on the 30th because this is Labor Day weekend, right? So I'm not going to put anything there. I'm pretty sure that there's not going to be a game on that day. But he doesn't have school on the 29th. So he's start school here and then he's off on the 29th for Labor Day weekend. So let's take another one of I guess let's do another one of these like plain smaller boxes and just trim on either side and put that here. All right, we have all of the plans in. Now what I think I'm going to do is just go in with the florals and kind of decorate around the border. So we have some of these really large ones, and that's likely what I'm going to use. So let's see. Yeah, we have one page of the smaller florals, one page of the larger ones. We'll do kind of a mix. Let's first grab this corner one, and we'll put it in the corner. It's going to, like if I put it all the way in the corner, it's going to kind of cover up that washi and that box. I don't really want it to, so I'm going to pull it off the page just a little bit like this, and then we'll just cut that part off. Oops. Now I probably should lift this up and pull off that 24 and put it on top like this. That's going to make it look a lot cleaner. All right, now let's grab a couple more of these florals. Maybe we'll do some of the smaller ones. Like we'll take this one and cut it in half. And that can go across the in the sidebar. I also think I'm gonna put a quote here because I was thinking about lettering like Hello August and maybe putting did I date that right? Yeah, this is right? Yeah, for a second I was thinking there was only one extra space on this side, but there's two. So I think we'll letter in Hello August and then put a quote over here and then a quote down there. So I'm gonna leave space for a quote. Let's put this here like that, except that's crooked. And I guess we can put this one along the top up here. I was gonna just leave the August 2025 the way that it is, but I do have the neutral dated from Mojo Jojo Plans, and I bet we can get like a dark brown August and 2025. Let's do that. This is neutral dated. We have the, let's see first which of these fonts we want to use before I bring in the year. So kind of want this bigger one. I don't want it to be stacked, so I'm going to cut it apart and then put them back together like side by side. Let's just trim around this U so that we can get these two stickers like close to each other. So we'll put August back together here. And then let's take the 2025 and cover up here. There, that looks pretty. This is Alpha Basics Volume 3 from Kelva Plan. So let's see. I think we will do Hello August in black. We do have this yellow, but there's a lot of yellow already on the spread. So I think I want to use the black letters, and I think we'll do Hello and August in two different fonts. part of me wants to use like these really big, like the bigger ones for hello. Should we do it? Let's do it. So I'm gonna take hello using these letters. Okay, so I'll put this up here. Cute. And then for August, I want to use ones that are a little bit smaller. So let's see. Let's do this font. Let's take these. That's fun. I like it. Now, putting like some flowers on either side, I think would be really pretty. So let's take, how about like this? This isn't a sunflower. It's kind of a different, what kind of flower is this? I don't think it's a rose. Is it a rose? Maybe it is. I think it might be a rose. And then we can use a daisy also. But let's take this. If I can get it out of the book, that would be helpful. Put that on that side, and then let's do this like daisy, and how about like a small sunflower over on this side, like that. That's fun. And then a quote here and a quote here. Let's finish filling in the top border of the spread. So should we do another like larger one and cut it in half, or we can use some of these that are kind of already like cut. These are kind of smaller ones, and I know I said that we're going to put a quote over here, but I think I want to fill in like there. And let's do up here, and let's do down here. All right, then we can put this here, and then this one there. I kind of want this on this side of the page since we have that right there. I think that I'm going to switch this one out. So let's remove this for a second and put this here. We can trim a little bit off the bottom so that it's going to kind of rest on that washi like that. And let's put this here. I'll take this one, put it there. And the small one right here. All right, I'm really liking it. I'm going to take this large floral and cut it in half. And we're gonna just use it in some of the empty spaces that are down here in the like monthly section. So because this is going to, this is just for all of my plans for the month of August, and I've already mapped out where those are going to be, I can just kind of fill in some of the extra spaces with these florals. I mean, I do still have like some space to write there, but I don't need to be quite as careful as I did with my journal. We can just kind of fill in some space here. So I don't know, do we want to do that one more time, or let's grab some quotes first and then we can decide. This is Rainbow Quotes Volume 2 from Kell of a Plan. I want to see what the green looks like in here. It's a little bright, and I don't want to do yellow because we have so much yellow. So we're going to just use some black quotes. Want to find one that's going to fill up this space and this space here. I'm going to take this one, focus on your goals and forget the rest here. And then let's cover this line up. I like this one. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. It's a little bit big, but I did want something that's going to cover up that whole space. And I think this actually will fit really nicely right here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I love it. I'm gonna just take some of these smaller flowers, and we're probably not gonna cut them. I'm gonna just leave them whole, and we will just kind of put them in some of these open spaces that are looking a little empty. So like here, this white one, maybe here. And then this sunflower, I lied, I'm gonna cut. And actually, let's do that with this one. Just because we have that sunflower right there and a sunflower right there. So let's take this and cut and put that on top of here. And I'm gonna probably sneak in another floral to go there. Let's add the other half of this sunflower here. We can do the same here. And then this guy. How about right here? Okay, something tiny to go here. The only small ones that I have are also white, but I think that's okay. Put this here like that. All right, I think we're good. I really like how this one turned out also. It's gonna be really hard for me to pick a favorite. I don't think I can. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite. This is my catch-all monthly. To decorate it, we used Live Love Posh Bright Blooms. And then this is my journal monthly. To decorate this one, we used Posh Academy from Live Love Posh. I think I'm gonna have to go with this one as my favorite. I think that it turned out so adorable. Live Love Posh and Mojo Jojo Plans. Use code LOVE10 to save. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.